Hello and welcome to Books of Blood. My name is John and it is about 9:15 on a Saturday night. I've got about 45 minutes before I have to leave for work, so I really can't believe I'm actually doing a movie, or not a movie review, but a book review right now. But having read this book a few days ago, I just thought how weird it was, and there's just no way I couldn't do a review on it. Anyway, the book in question, it is actually a novella. It is called The Last Porno Theater, and this is by Nick Cato. I found out about this book after I had finished reading, what was the book? I can't remember what it was. I think it might have been Aaron Beauregard's Yellow. I'm not exactly 100% sure. But I saw like the list of books in the back, and I saw this one, and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to check this one out. Anyway, The Last Porno Theater, it intrigued me because, to be honest with you, when I was younger, I actually worked at a place like this, all right? Now, I'm not saying I worked at a porno theater, but I did back in South Carolina when I lived back there in the 70s and 80s. I worked for a couple of days at a adult bookstore, so to speak. And yeah, that's a really interesting place. In fact, I'm sure there are a lot of you sitting there going, what? He did what? You know, okay, I was a completely different person back then, okay? Anyway, The Last Porno Theater is exactly what it is about. It's narrated by the owner of the theater, and it is the very last porno theater in Times Square that is still showing reel-to-reel, or, you know, movie theater style adult films, where you come in, you get your ticket, you buy your popcorn and your candy, and you go and you sit and watch the movie and do other things, so to speak. I'm not going to go into that part of it. Anyway, so basically this guy is just this owner of this place. He inherited it from his dad, and he's just pretty much trying to keep his head above water because everything has changed on Times Square. It used to be like, if you ever saw the movie Taxi Driver, when he would drive through the town or through Times Square, whatever, and you saw the prostitutes, you saw the adult theaters, the adult bookstores, all that is gone except for this one theater, okay? And everything else is now, there's subways. This takes place in, I believe, the early 80s or whatever. But anyway, everything has changed. He is the last one, all right? So he's trying to stay afloat. He's getting maybe 5 or 6 customers per day for the early shows, and then later on gets about another 10 or 11 more. You know, so he's, like I say, he's trying to stay afloat. And then one day, his projectionist, or not his projectionist, his ticket booth person, the lady takes the tickets. She doesn't show up for work. He can't get a hold of her. Where is she? What's going on here? All right. Not only that, this is the weird part of it, but all of a sudden, there is like something burst through the wall of the theater. All right. Like over here's the theater, and then behind the theater in the same building area is like a clothing store, like a goth clothing store, you know, but there's nothing back there. But there is for lack of a better word, there's a giant boob sticking out of the wall of the theater. And then all of a sudden, next day or whatever, there's like a hand, and then there's like a foot. And, you know, so it's up to this guy that runs this theater to figure out what is going on. What the hell is going on with this theater? Why is there what appears to be a giant female body poking through his porno theater? And not only that, he's got to worry about this kind of sleazy guy coming in and trying to buy off the property from him so they can tear it down and build a McDonald's or whatever else, instead of having the theater right there. And he's like, no, screw you, I'm not going to do this. So yeah, that's pretty much the premise of The Last Porno Theater. That is the plot of The Last Porno Theater. It is about this guy that has to figure out, you know, what's going on with his theater. And on that kind of level, you're thinking, well, it's just another kind of weird, bizarro horror story. It's not necessarily horror, bizarro, it definitely is. But it's also, I thought that it was really about how these corporate things just completely take over, where there's no individualism anymore. It's like, you know, instead of instead of a mom and pop video store or a individually privately owned or or mom and pop porno theater or whatever. You've got these corporations coming in. Let's build a Subway. Let's build a Bed Bath & Beyond and all that. That's what I got out of it. I thought this was a lot of fun. I can't remember. I think I gave it a 4-star rating on Goodreads. I had a lot of fun with this. I think it's a 90-page novella, and I think I went through it in about an hour. I think it took me about an hour to finish this book, and it was a lot of fun, okay? So yeah, that is my review of The Last Porno Theater, and this is by Nick Cato. This is going to post on Tuesday of next week. It is Saturday night. Like I said, I got about 30 minutes now until I have to be at work. So enjoy the rest of the weekend, and you guys take care, okay? Have a great one, and be careful out there. Bye-bye.